Tonight on the Pioneer Sideline, we take a look at the men's and women's basketball teams. It may still be cold outside, but baseball is about ready to go at Point Park University. Globe writer Zach Weiss stops by to talk about what he found out about the KIAC, and as always, we finish up with the case of the week. All that and more as we head on down to the Pioneer Sideline. Welcome to the Pioneer Sideline. I'm your host, Chris Hoffman. The women's basketball team struggled a little bit last week as they lost to the Indiana University Southeast Grenadiers. Let's see if they could rebound this week. The answer to that question would be no. The girls were not able to end the skid after a loss to Asbury on Saturday. The game was played and ended with a score of 81-65. The girls went on the road for this one but did not bring back the win from Kentucky. When the Pioneers faced Asbury home earlier this year, they won by only 1 point. The top scorers for the Pioneers this week include Selena DePietro, Sam Weir, and Carly Force. As the game began, Asbury pulled ahead, scoring the first 7 points. The Pioneers fought back, scoring a few of their own points and beginning a back-and-forth game for most of the first half. At the end of the first, the Pioneers held a 3-point lead over Asbury with a score of 30-27. The second period started off heated with Asbury pulling ahead. Asbury kept the lead throughout the second half and finished the game with a 16-point lead and a winning score of 81-65. This is the second straight loss for the girls and bringing their record to 23-4. The loss also drops the Pioneers to third in the KIAC. Though they are currently playing an away game against Carlo and can look forward to playing 2 more games at home against Midway and Cincinnati Christian this coming Friday and Saturday. And we saw they only had 2 home games before this season ends. Let's hope the Pioneers can pull it together before heading into the playoffs. I'm now joined by Kyle Anthony. Kyle, the Pioneers, they've had a little bit of struggles now. They're down to 23-4. They're hitting a bit of a rough patch and not really the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this team right now, they're struggling. We've never seen a Point Park team do this in conference. And they're struggling because they've got away from what they've done best. In the past, a Tony Grenick team has been all about defense. But this year, this team is playing a lot more offensively. They're playing a lot more aggressive, and they forgot those fundamentals that have got them to this point.
Now, Kyle, what do they really need to do to get themselves back on track? We've seen they've had a little bit of struggles. The offense has slowed down a little bit. The defense giving up a lot more points than Coach Tony Grenick really wants. How do they fix that problem?
You know what? I think this team needs to go back to what they do best. And what Tony Grenick's done best as a coach is think more defensively. Get points when you can. Don't make it all about run and gun. I know you have the players to do that, but that's made this team give up points. They've never given up this many points in his era. And they're doing it consistently, giving up 70, 80 points. So this team, what they need to do is get back that 2-3 zone, occasionally pressuring, and offense, throw things around and hit the easy shots. This team, like we've seen in the past, sometimes they get too in at shooting the 3 ball, and that's not their game.
Thanks, Kyle. The Pioneers really need to get it together. Now Brittany Lauffer has this week's Regional Sports Report.
The Pitt Panthers men's basketball team has lost a position in the top 25 spots in both national polls after their loss against #1 team Syracuse last Wednesday. They have lost 4 of their past 6 games and are now 20-6 overall and 8-5 in the ACC. Their most recent loss was to North Carolina last Saturday at a score of 75-71. 5 of Pitt's 6 losses have come by 5 points or fewer. The Panthers need to address their issues before their next game at home against Florida State this Sunday night. With the Pirates opening day just a little over a month away, Pittsburgh Pirates manager Clint Hurdle named Francisco Liriano his opening day starter pitcher. The left-hander takes the role of last year's starter A.J. Burnett, who was signed last week with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Pirates did not match the qualifying offer made by Philadelphia for Burnett. Liriano did not make his Pirates debut until the middle of last May due to a broken right arm. He ended the 2013 season with a 16-8 record and a 3.2 ERA. The 2014 season begins on March 31st against the Chicago Cubs at PNC Park.
Now, Brittany, the Pittsburgh Panthers have really had their struggles over the last couple weeks. What has really been an issue for them, and how do they get back on track?
I think right now it's with their coach, Jamie Dixon. He is having trouble coaching with the time. He's taking too many timeouts, which lost them their game against Syracuse, and he can't leave that 2-3 zone, and that's what was getting attacked the whole time.
Now, you also look at it, Brittany, you saw that the Pirates, they've lost A.J. Burnett. What do they need to, or excuse me, are they a better or worse team without him? We've seen that he really helped pitchers mature over the last season. What does he need to do, or what the Pirates really, are they a better or worse team without him? Let's be point blank here.
Honestly, worse. Like you said, he had that leadership role, and losing that is going to hurt them tremendously, I believe. And then also, they don't have someone who can consistently throw 200 innings anymore. What are they going to do now?
Great questions. The Pirates have to find answers for those before the season starts. Thanks, Brittany, for that. And then after the break, Zach Aaron will join me to see how the men's basketball team did this past week, and Kyle Anthony swings on by to talk some baseball. We'll be right back after this.